So Rebecca, we're going to close the show here with two musicians, two brothers actually, Russel and Clark Elkins, who are part of the band Invisible Swordsmen.
And these guys are so cool, brothers that form a band, but they're doing their music not to make money and not for recognition, but just for the love of music, for sharing music and bringing joy to other people, which I love that.
Yeah, and we're going to get to hear it very soon. They recorded the pieces, I understand, at the Audio Lab in Garden City.
Right, and we got some of their original work, so you're going to want to stay with us.
Sounds good.
The funny thing about when we started playing together is different than when we started playing together. I know that doesn't sound right, but you tell a story about when we started playing with Dad's guitar.
We started out, my dad owned a guitar growing up, and to us as, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, it was the old crappy guitar that Dad always had. And we didn't realize till we were much older that, we didn't want to play with Dad's old crappy guitar. It was a 1911 Martin guitar that he was being very nice and letting us play with. But one day, Dad came home.
Yeah, I remember I was sitting in the living room and I saw Dad pull up in our old Volkswagen van again, that Dad used to drive. And so Dad got us a $10 electric guitar.
That we thought was the bomb.
We thought it was the greatest thing.
Way better than a 1911 Martin.
And when I said earlier that we didn't get to start playing together in the beginning, it was because we had only one guitar between the two of us. Once we got that electric guitar,
Dad didn't let us play.
Yeah, Dad didn't let us play his.
I wish I knew how to start back again. I wish I knew how to make up for what
It wasn't until, Mom and Dad signed us up for 4-H when we were, I think I was 14 and he was 15. And so we each had a sheep that we we weren't farmers. My family wasn't farmers, but we were in a farming community, and so we had a sheep. And we sold our sheep at the same time, and for the first time, for the first time in our lives, we had a couple dollars. We had enough money that we went to the pawn shop, and we came home with this $150, which to us $150 as a 14-year-old.
I can't even remember what kind of guitar it was.
It was a white Gibson, well, not a Gibson, but Epiphone.
A white Epiphone.
A white Epiphone guitar. It was worth it. It was worth $150.
Trust me, I don't know how to tell you. I don't even know if I should. Just trust me tomorrow. We mistakenly named our first band Free Pizza. Which, in hindsight, was a terrible idea. And the reason we did that is because we knew our first gig was at a Battle of the Bands type of thing, and we wanted on the list of bands that are going to play at this certain time, it said free pizza. So everybody would come because there's free pizza.
Yeah.
But I didn't think about people are coming to get free pizza. Then they're going to be pissed there's no free pizza. It's us.
And that's exactly what happened.
And that's what happened. It was the worst gig that you can possibly imagine.
Yeah,
It was just terrible.
We were actually strictly electric guitar up until our 20s when we started doing acoustic stuff together. And
Yeah, pretty much after that free pizza gig, we went straight acoustic and didn't go back.
I can see in your eyes that you are not convinced. Won't you please let me explain myself? I can hear in your voice that tone of disbelief. Believe me, this isn't the same apology you've heard so many times before. What made you hate me so much? I just want us to be happy.
They pay us a couple bucks to play at our gigs and stuff like that. I have a day job. He has a day job. I'm a dentist by day, and we like to play songs at night.
Yeah.
And Russ owns a dental lab.
I have a dental lab, so I work with dentists making, I do veneers, I do crowns, and all that kind of stuff. That's what I do. This is something that a lot of families, brothers or father and son, they go fishing, they go hunting. That's their father-son time. That's their brother time. For us, it's singing. We play
songs.
guitar, and we do make a couple bucks at it. Not enough to quit our day job. By any
It's
means,
more
but
to kind of buy more guitar stuff and
Yeah,
more
it pretty
sound
much-
equipment for our gigs, and that's
it
pretty
all-
much
it
what
all
the money
goes
goes
back
to.
into it,
Goes back into what we want to do.
If Metallica comes to town, then hey, let's take our next gig money and buy some Metallica tickets. That kind of a thing. We would play on Sunday nights just at the house, and
a lot of time.
30 people or so would come play. But we played at this Guitar Wars, and we didn't know what we were just playing. We basically sat there for 2 hours. We were the last band.
Yeah,
We
they
sat
put
there
us-
for 2 hours, and there was basically just golf claps after every performer. And then
When
after
we
we
played,
played our very first song, I remember I was sitting on the right-hand side, and we played our last chord, and there was probably 500 or 600 people there, and they jumped up because they were all sitting on the grass. They jumped up, and both of us
started
just went.
screaming, and just like it was night and day difference from all of the bands before us to us. They got up and they were just jumping up and down, screaming at us and stuff. We played our second song, and everybody was just dancing, jumping up. I mean, it was
We knew that
crazy.
was obviously our thing.
Well, I hope that this has been worthwhile. Would it be too much to ask for a smile? Don't leave, don't leave. I hope I'm not dreaming or longing for the impossible. Don't let this
We have gone by the name The Invisible Swordsmen.
The Three Amigos movie. It comes from that movie, and that was one of our favorite movies as a kid that we watched a million times over and over. And we had to have something from that movie as our band name. We thought about the Singing Bush, but that didn't really sound very good, so we decided to go away from that.
while I was with you.
Advice for upcoming artists, I would say, just do what you love. Don't let other people kind of dictate what direction you go. And
Especially now. Now, in modern day, we live in a world where you can create what you want to create, and you can get it out there. We've got, YouTube and other ways of getting it out there. There are going to be people who like what you like. You don't have to fit into the mold that the record company, or you don't have to try to sound like the bands that you idolize. Sound like yourself.
I just say no to everything.
Thanks so much for joining us here on Our Voice, and we'd love to hear about your stories of inspiration. So join us on Our Voice Idaho on the Facebook page, comment, and feel free to message us and send us your stories.
Yeah, that's right. We love to hear your voice on Our Voice.